Okay, hello. My name is Andre Leist. We are here in the UN in BDS against the BDS movement at the UN in a very nice event with the World Jewish Congress and the Israeli mission to the UN. And we are just walking by this nice corridor. You can feel the corridor. We have a lot of people coming here from the event and from outside the event as well. And we just saw it. This is the place probably that people that visit the UN get through. And we see a huge, I don't call it propaganda, but a huge explanation of the Palestinian-Israeli conflict in a very biased way inside of the United Nations. So let's start by filming that part here. The explanation for the creation of the State of Israel, it skips every part, including the 1 million Jewish refugees that were expelled by the Arab countries, the fact that in 1947, the partition plan, Israel accepted and the Jewish leadership accepted and the Arab League rejected, and that's the cause of the war in 48. So the UN just decided to skip that part as well. Here, for example, in 67, with the resolution 242, they skipped the fact that the Arab countries also rejected the resolution 242. In 68, they went to Khartoum in Sudan and they declared the 3 no's: no negotiations, no peace, no recognition of Israel. So they just skipped that part and they create a narrative that the Palestinians are the victims. Yeah, they suffer, they are displaced, some of them were expelled, but even though the UN make a huge statement, making and posting these posters here inside of the main corridor of the United Nations in New York to explain people why the UNRWA was created, the United Nations Refugee Humanitarian Agency for the Palestinians, actually to explain people why actually we have to help the Palestinians. Everyone wants to help the Palestinians. The Palestinians need to be helped by the entire world, and first and foremost by the Arab countries, by their own leaders, and not by terrorists that controls territory and wants to throw missiles at everyone, at civilians, at the stupid sleeping children. So here, for example, we see that they want the people to see that the Palestinian problem exists until today, and that's fair. The Palestinian refugee problem exists until today and need to be resolved inside and within the peace process with Israel to exist 2 independent countries, and that needs to be done by the 2 parts. Where is the Israeli narrative inside of this? Where is the Jewish refugees that were expelled by the Arab countries? Where is the Israeli initiatives trying to talk to the neighborhoods and was rejected over and over again? And here we arrive at that final part of the propaganda that they did here, and we have the green part. 47, 181 was rejected by the Arab League, and then 48, Britain finished its mandate in Palestine, and the war breaks out. It's written here, the first Arab-Israeli war breaks out. Why? Because the partition was not accepted by the Arab League, but they don't mention that. And then 67 and 73, following 2 wars. Who started the wars? They don't explain here that 67, Nasser closed the Strait of Tiran in the Red Sea, and this is the declaration of war because it closed the entrance of ships, of Israeli ships to Eilat port. They don't explain that the 67 war, which was started by Egypt and Syria, is the cause of Israel conquering the West Bank and Gaza. And then they following all the way around until the peace process, explaining and missing parts of terrorism. They don't mention here, for example, that in 1988 Hamas was founded. They don't explain here, for example, that the PLO that was represented, the official representative of the Palestinian people actually, was founded before 67. In other words, the PLO was founded before the 6-Day War. before Israel even entered the so-called Palestinian territories. And here is the final moment when you find that they skipped the second intifada. 1996, Yasser Arafat is elected president. 2002, the Arab Peace Initiative. What is the second intifada? 1,000 Israelis died in the second intifada. Why we don't have peace? They try to explain people at the UN why there is no peace without mentioning a single word about the Israeli initiatives, the Israeli offers. I just realized, where is the 2000 Camp David summit? Where is Ehud Barak offer to the Palestinians that they say no 3 weeks before Bill Clinton went out of office? So this is amazing, guys. We just have a live proof now in this conference that the UN is publicly saying to the world that Israel is to be blamed and the Palestinians are the victims in a black-white situation. And I personally call with everyone here with me.
So it's not in video go inside.
Yes, I will. I will call. I will
in the session or go out.
Okay. I will finish the video. Okay. Let me finish. A minute.
Great.
So I call now Ambassador Nikki Haley. I call Ambassador Danone to do something about this. This cannot be inside of the main corridor of the UN. Thank you very much.